Morning everybody, welcome to Confessions of a Pole Fitness Lovers. Polinar number 4. We have two special guests with us today. We have the lovely Henna and Bluebell. We are all wearing our very fabulous freaking freckles pants. Amazing pants, incredibly comfy, high-waisted with a fold-down top. We're also wearing our beautiful little sheer tops from Circo Acrofit. And of course, we're all matching as usual. So today we are going over handstands, forearm stands, and headstands on a spinning pole, so you can still use it. We might end up moving the camera back a little bit, just so we can get everyone in, because we're going to be on these 3 poles here today. So bear with us while we get that sorted. Our warm-up today is going to be play your part. So it's a little kind of funky, dancey, house music-y warm-up with high kicks and squats and a little bit of arm stuff. So it's a real huge amount of fun. So we'll just adjust the camera for you all. I can see we have people watching, so if it's not loud enough, give us a thumbs up. Ask any questions while we're getting everything sorted, and we'll be with you shortly. Oh no, my thumb is in the way. Alright. Alright, so that has everyone in, slightly a little less of Bluebell. So we'll move it over. Oh, my camera's right in the way. My thumb is in the way, there we go. Okay, so everyone can see us. Morning, Simon. So we've got Simon in the house, well done. As I said, we're wearing our fantastic frickin' freckles. So these are our pants that we're showing off today. Very comfortable, all cotton, no elastic waistbands, with fold down tops. So yes, we've also established that we're recording a blooper reel as well. So we're going to be uploading our bloopers from when we're being absolute idiots in the background and doing lots of fun stuff while we warm up. So you can see how we warm up for here and getting ready for you all. So we are going to get into our warm up. So as I said, it's play your part, it's from mixes and mashups. We've got slight modifications today, and we're going to be doing it really loud and fun. We're going to turn up the volume really loud, so hopefully Facebook doesn't hate our video. So I'm going to try and do a lot more talking while we're doing the workout. So, without further ado, we're going to cue up our song. I might end up going from this pole while we do the warm-up, and then we will get it sorted. So bear with us while we cue the song. So we're running on the spot. Really kick your butt. Walk it out slow, both hands to the pole, arch up through your calves. yourself, grab yourself a drink. Woo. So hopefully you're all warm there. We're gonna check some comments there. So the person that created our pants is actually watching us live right now. So Natasha from Frickin' Freckles has made these lovely pants for us. As I said, high-waisted. There's no elastic band. It's all just amazing comfy stretch that rolls right down. Keeps your back warm, amazing pants, super comfortable. I'm in a size small, Henna and Danielle are both in a size medium, and they are just perfect for pole dancing. Alright, so we're going to move the camera again. This time I'm not going to put my finger over it. Alright, sorry, technology. I pressed the end video, so we're back into the live video, so hi, welcome back. Everyone's in there again. So we'll wait for everyone to queue in. I'm really sorry about that. That was my fault. We got a bit distracted with our floppy phone, not having a nice firm object. So, as I said, we're going into handstands and forearm practice. So I'm going to turn the music right down so you can hear what we're talking about as we go into it. So to challenge ourselves today, we're going to do this on spinning pole. So we're going to do our handstands and our forearm stands on a spinning pole rather than a static pole. This means you have to activate your core and you have to control what you're doing a lot harder. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave our poles on spin. We're all using our brass ones today, just because it's a little bit cold and we've got all the heaters on, even though we're wearing nothing. And we're very, very warm. So we're going to go into our first movements. What I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate them first, and then we're going to talk about them, and then I'm going to show you spotting. Danielle, aka Bluebell, is going to be doing, there we go, there's a wave. Bluebell is going to be doing some of our lower level versions. Henna's going to be doing the intermediate level versions, and then of course me, I have to do the really hard stuff. We should really switch it up, but that's how it goes. So I'll start with the hard one, and then we'll modify everything down and we'll move between the people. So there's something here for every level of pole dancers, including absolute beginners. So here we go. Our first one is going to be a handstand single arm. So we're going down with our single arm. We're going to drop our hand down, reaching up without a twisted grip, holding through, and we're going to tuck through the body, up into a pencil and hold. We're then going to hook our leg around for our fang position, dropping into stag leg position, then coming down the same way we went up with a curl and down. Alright, so that's the hard version. So that's using a lever up technique with that position. So when we're in that single arm handstand, it's all about the push and flow. So the hand goes down, we're getting a nice stacked joint. So this is one of the points where we actually stack our joints down. When we go down, we want to reach and have our arms in the right position, so we're creating that nice straight line. So when we've got it as a forearm variation, which Danielle is going to be doing, Danielle's doing her shoulder stand variation. So Danielle's going to do it on her shoulder, and then Henna's doing it on the forearm with this position. So we're just going to turn slightly so we can get a better view of Danielle while she's doing her testing. So here we go. So she's going in and she's going to be using her shoulder on the pole here. So she's got her shoulder on and she's going through across the back of her shoulders, resting through in the movement. So she's got her head down, putting her forearm to the pole there. She's going to be pushing down through her arm, and then she's not going to be really resting on the head. You want to try and make sure the neck is really strong and firm, and she's going to be taking one leg up first and then lifting the body weight up, coming straight into her fang position. There's her fang position there as she pushes through. Now, as a spotter, you can then take a hand through to the belly button while she comes into her fang position. stag leg, sorry, perfect. And then coming back down, she can extend the leg down and roll down to the floor. Beautiful. So that there, we're putting a lot of pressure on through the shoulder and we're really pushing down. We don't want to put a lot of weight on the neck. Now we're going to go down to our forearm with Henna, who might actually just use Danielle's pole, so we don't have to change the camera. So switching in and out. So we're going to turn Henna so you can see where she is. So she's going to come into her position where she can see you. So see there, she has her forearm firmly to the floor. Forearm is firm. She's creating a nice 90-degree angle. She's taking a twisted grip up and she's going to come through. We're wanting to go into our thing first. Good. So 90 degrees, creating that nice straight line. Just adjusting what Henna was doing. We're going into an Iasha very shortly. Henna's keen beans. So you're going to be pulling up through the shoulder using the lat as you come up and hook, levering through and coming into your fang position. So you're in your fang position there. As a spotting technique, I was behind to stop them tipping over. Then, again like I did with bluebell, hand to the stomach as you come into your stag leg position, taking one leg in front and one leg behind. And again, spotting wise, you're just helping them balance. Good. And then we go down and coming off. Beautiful. So, see, spinning pole. It is doable on a spinning pole, so you can do any of these movements in a spinning pole routine. So now we'll do a close-up variation of what I did. This time, I'm going to come in this way so you can see where my hands are. Dropping my hand down, reaching through as I tuck, come up to my pencil, come around to my fang position, pushing through my body, and then rolling through into my stag position, and then curling back down to the floor. So, you can see there we've got our bluebells variation where it's our beginning variation, then we're going down to our intermediate variation, and then to our advanced variation. So they're all doable, and as I said, they're on a spinning pole. Now we're going to do our Iasha variation onto this. So Danielle is going to be using her shoulder stand, Henna's going into a forearm stand, and I'll be going into a full handstand Iasha in this position. So it's could work very badly for me. We'll see how I go on my spin and whether or not I'm able to control it. This could be a nice blooper. So we're going to start with the lower variation first. So this is achievable for not like an absolute beginner. If you've had one pole lesson, I wouldn't be recommending doing this. You need to have at least done about 6 to 8 weeks worth of beginner pole so you can kind of understand the body mechanics of what you need to do. Ideally a level 2 would be doing this, but I know for you training at home, you don't quite get the idea of levels because you haven't done a class and you're only training at home and online. So think about the fact that if you're strong enough to kind of push into a push-up and maybe even hold a crow pose, then you will be able to do this. Alright, so coming into bluebell's position, I'm going to spot her from behind so I can hold her hips and square her into things. Good, I'm here. Fantastic. So we're going to go nice and slow through this movement. So Danielle has her shoulder down, her ear is to the floor. She's got her arm in the top arm as a cup grip, the bottom arm is in cup as well. Now she's going to pull up and I'm taking the hips, switching the hands so it ends up being left on left and right on right. And then she's going to pull up through the body and then straddle her legs down through her Iasha. So I'm then going to take a hand off while I explain what I'm doing with this thigh. So the high hand thigh is resting onto the forearm there. And she's able to hold this beautifully and have a real bit of fun with it. Now I'm going to hold her hips and she's going to attempt to do her jelly legs. So you can throw jelly legs into this and get a nice little jelly leg movement in. As a spotter, it's really good to hold the hips. That way you can control them leaning backwards and forwards. Coming out of the movement, she goes out of it the same way she came in, taking the legs up and twisting back round, and then rolling up, and you can take a little hair flick and booty up. Thank you very much, Danielle. Now, Hannah into her forearm one. Yay! Danielle can dance in the background and keep you guys interested. Alright. We're a bit sweaty, but it's okay. So again, Hannah's all excited to get into it. So, we're going down with our 90-degree forearm. So the move that we did before, when Hannah jumped into this position, she was keen as beans. So we're going down with our square at 90 degrees. We've got a twisted grip up the top. We can do it in cup, and we can do it in true grip. Hannah's going to do it in twisted because she's more confident in a twisted grip. Now, as spotting this, you're going to come in behind and you're opposite your hands. So we're going up and levering through the body, twisting up as she rolls up, pushing through her shoulder, and then when you spot, you want to come down. You're not holding them because that's over spotting. I'm putting 2 fingers into her butt and making her do it. She's slightly slipping, so she's going to hold while she does jelly legs. And then we're going to roll back down while she slips and comes up sexy. Alright. Oh, and she just leaves me hanging for a high five. Alright, dude, I know, right? Leaves me hanging. Alright, so now we're going to go into the handstand diatia. This could be quite amusing. As I said, I might drop out of it. We'll see what happens. I'm a little bit sweaty. My shoulders are a little bit stiff from this week. But we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to go in a twisted grip myself for this, just so I've got a bit more support. So this is going to be really funny. Hannah and Danielle are kind of going to lurk around because they're also watching. But if I fall, I'll yell out banana and they'll catch me. Probably laugh at me and probably make really funny gestures and let you all laugh as well. Alright, so I'm going down the same way I did for my handstand fang and handstand with stag legs. So I'm going forwards and down, I'm going up, and I'm going to go with my twisted grip as well. So I'm dropping my twisted grip down first, I'm coming through and I'm lifting. I'm going That was lift. That was a really good lift. Awesome. Fail number 1. Check that one off. See, I'm not superhuman. Alright. Don't laugh at me. Don't look. Alright. So you can't see Hannah. Hannah's over here making faces and laughing. Danielle's over here losing her shit. So we'll make them get out of shot. Alright, so we're going back down through our twisted grip. Now I'm going to lift up through my body and hold, and then I'm going to spin off and come down through an inside hand. That's coming through my inside leg hand. I can then reach over, dismount down and through the body. So it's still a move you're going to spin into, and if the longer you can hold it, the better, ideally. Morning, Swifty. Our tattooist is sitting over there in the background having a look and laughing as well. Alright, so I'll do it again and demonstrate again. So we're going down through this twisted, pushing into our forearm. I'm rolling up as I hold, spin. There's my second fail. As you can see, it's not a fail-proof move every single time. Oh, now Hannah's telling me to get out of the way. She's going to do it. So we're going to spot through this as well. Now, another... Oh yeah, so confident now, eh?
Okay. What am I even doing?
Okay, so we're rolling in. No, we're not going to bang.
Well, shush.
Aisha. Oh yeah, you're so smart now. Okay, there we go. So we've got a twist on the shoulder, she's holding it. Now I'm just holding a leg to keep her balanced, so she's really having to work. Just stack those joints a little bit more, and then we're going to spin off. She's going to go for an outside because of the way her hand's twisted. So she's going to hook over top, and then spin through, and she can reach over, and come up out of the movement through a cupid and roll out. Yes, well done. We can all praise Hannah for getting that move really well. Alright, so we're going to go back over these movements again. So we're going to go back down and do them again for you all, and we're going to go into these forearms again. Now there's a whole bunch of different moves we can do through our forearms and our handstands, and it's just all about keeping it nice and basic and simple and moving through. So we're going to go back first to our fang and then our stags. We'll do the variations and then we're going to come through to those Iatias. We can also do this Iatia holding onto the pole and do a non-inverted Iatia as well. So I'm going to demonstrate that as the second level for this one here, where we hold onto the pole and we go into it almost like a cartwheel mount. Alright, so we're going to bring Bluebell back in and she's going to do her forearm headstand. And we're going back into our fang legs and back into our stag legs as well. So we fang first and then we roll into our stag. Alright, she's getting into position, dropping her forearm down, really pulling through, going up with her twisted. I'm coming in behind, and again I'm crouching down because I'm going to push against her if she's going to come too far over. So she's going to try and lever up or step up one leg at a time. Good, fantastic. Good, and then we go into our fang there, really thrust. You can see that beautiful arch there. Now, she's going to pull her belly button back in as she rolls into her stag. Again, I'm just using a finger here and here. So I'm just putting a finger on because we don't want to overspot. And then levering herself back down. She's going to extend her leg, roll into the floor, and then here flick up with the booty up. And maybe a little wave back to you all. Nicely done, Bluebell. Henna coming in. So the one thing I can say here about over-spotting, we don't want to over-spot too much at all, because if you're constantly over-spotting, people aren't going to build their confidence with it. And you won't get the fails in learning how to fall out of moves safely, because if you're doing it by yourself, you need to be able to know how to fall safely. So I'm going to stop talking about that and come back into Henna. Again, I'm just using the catching technique at the back. Good. Levering up, straight into her fan. Little arch, and then into our stag legs. Holding that balance there. Good. And then levering back down and through, going with that lever. Perfect, fantastic. Little booty up, fantastic. Alright, so now I'm going to go back into the forearm grip. So I'm going full handstand, I'm going down, so I'm rotating my shoulder in. I might actually get Henna just to put her hand in behind my ass so you can see what it's like. She'll stand on this side. So you can see what it'd be like for someone spotting when you're doing your more advanced techniques. If you're practicing at home, what you can do is you can show your partner, significant other, parents, someone else in your household these kind of videos and be like, I need you to do this. Alright? It gives them a way of making sure that you're not going to fail and knock yourself out and they're going to walk into a room and find you out cold on the floor, because that's not ideal. Alright, so I'm coming in and Henna's literally just going to put her hand against my ass. If I do fall, and I might actually just give her a bit of a shot, and I am going to wiggle, she's going to literally hold my hips like this. So she's going to grab thumb and forefinger and hold my hand, my hips, and push me into the pole. That way I have to wrap my legs around the pole and I can grip. Worst case scenario is if they're still slipping, you go in for a bear hug and you literally hug them to the pole and you hold, reach, and squeeze them for dear life. If they're not holding on with their legs, then you can easily come down to the floor, getting them to tuck their chin into their chest. Alright. Dummy fail, so we might see if we can make this an actual fail. And I'll make Henna hold me, because I've had to spot her and things. So it's going to be my turn. Alright. You feel confident? And then if I go like, I'm going to go full.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to be like full student.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that means you got my whole body weight, right? Henna's got my whole body weight. I'm just not going to hold on. I'm going to freak out and panic. I'm just going to let go and she's going to hold me. So this might end up on the blooper reel, which will be hilarious. Alright, I'm coming down and in, I'm levering up, and then I'm going into my fan position. Good, see, look, I can touch her shoulders. I'm like, hands on shoulders, And then I'm going to go into my fan position. But, I'm wiggling. I'm failing. Help me. And now we're going to lower down to the floor. Good. Good spotting. We did not die today. Still alive. So that is fantastic. Alright, so now we're going to go back into the Iatias. And then, as I said, we're going to do Bluebell's shoulder stand Iatia. And then we're going to go maybe you'll miss Bluebell crawling in there. Okay, we don't take things too seriously, we kind of have a joke. So, we're going to do the shoulder stand Iatia, then we're going to do the forearm Iatia, and then I'm going to do like the cartwheel on Iatia, where I'm not putting my hand on the floor, I'm going to be reaching for a twisted full bracket. Alright, here we go. So, rolling in. We're going on the opposite side this time. Oh, no, the same side. So, the outside of the arm is down. Sorry, good grab. Cupping with the ball. Cupping the hand up top. Sorry, we're down giggling because there was an accidental phone grace. Alright, Bluebell's going to try and stop laughing so she can actually do the move. Alright, levering up through the body again. We're going through that fan style. Good. Again, I'm doing just a light spotting. 2 fingers. She's holding it really securely. And then we're going to do our little jelly legs. Just so you all know, the frickin' Freckles pants that she's wearing right now, there is absolutely no discoloration through here. You wouldn't know what colour underwear she's wearing. They're really good, really tight, really snug, and they're holding their shape beautifully. So there we go, Natasha, there's a little plug about your pants right now. And then rolling back out, again I'm spotting, just using my fingers to make sure she's nice and safe. Awesome, perfect. Well done, Danielle. And now Hannah's turn. Good, again, Hannah's going back in with her twisted grip again. Now, I'm going to be really mean. I'm going to make Hannah try and hold this without a spot. I'm standing on position ready to go, but I'm standing away. Good. She started to spin a slightly bit there, so I just moved my ankle. I've got her foot against me to stop her doing any spin as she does her little jelly legs. Again, frickin' Freckles pants, amazing. No stretch, holding, no movement. Now she can come back out the same way she came in, rather than reaching and going for the grab. Perfect, well done, Hannah. Alright, now we do our next grip, which is where I literally am just going to twist a grip and lift onto the pole. I'm holding onto the base of the pole, going with my twisted. I'm going to be levering up through the body rather than putting it on the floor, rolling up and into my Aisha there. I'm going to hold that movement there, and then I'm going to lever back down, coming through a stag leg with a nice little split through. Now, spotting this. Hannah just offered it to Danielle, but obviously Danielle just grinned about no. So, again, we're going to be spotting with the same technique. Thumbs go into the lower back, the palms are going into the hip. We're just going to push. Hannah's going to hold my hips. Worst case scenario, and then she's going to put her shoulder under my butt. So she's to one side, my butt is resting on her shoulders, and she's kind of going to look away. It's slightly awkward because you're kind of like face right there. However, it's nice and safe. Then, if I fall, she's just got to give me a big old squeeze, and I can slide down through a handstand. So I'll just come off the pole, put my hands down, and step off. She could walk around with me for a little bit if she was feeling brave.
Chuck me over my shoulder. Fine.
Yeah, chuck me over her shoulder, just like a backpack or a handbag. Totally okay, she's got this.
Get it.
Alright, so I'm going back in. I'm not even going to tell Hannah which version of spotting I'm going to do. I'm just going to be really mean, and if she drops me again, it's going to be like a funny blooper reel, and we'll edit this out and add it to bloopers. Alright, here we go. I'm going in and lifting. making sure, now make sure that you think about where your hips are going to be in comparison to your person. So we've got a nice height difference. So I need to think about the fact that my hips need to end up at her shoulder height. So Henna's not reaching like this. We need her to be comfortable and having her arms at a safe position for her where she's not overextended or underextended. Alright, so I'm rolling up and tucking through. Good. Now I'm holding that Aisha and I'm feeling like I've got no grip, so I'm going to lean back. There we go. Oh no, I'm falling off. I'm flailing, and we're walking away with me. Safe, still alive. All right. So, do we have any questions? Do we have any questions on what we're doing there? Thank you, Angel. I thought you might enjoy some of that humour there. So if there's any questions on any of the movements that we're doing, please let us know. We normally go for about half an hour, so we're slightly over this time, but that's alright. We can leave comments in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do some stretching. So we're going to sit here, put on some nice music, and do our little combo stretches. So, thank you, Natasha. I'm glad you found us hilarious. And you all got to see Natasha's beautiful frickin' freckles pants in action. We're gonna, yes, the girls are wiggling their booties for you as well. They are very amazing pants and they're very, very comfy. And being unlike the lycra kind, they don't get that awful sweaty, slimy feel that you get. That's probably too much information right there. I'm going to put the pole further down so we can all stretch together. So you're going to stretch with us. It's good to stretch. It's safe to stretch. And of course, the standard crotch shot that we've got. Alright, we can see everyone? Okay, Danielle's in there, Henna's in there. Good. I'm putting on some nice music.
I'm going to put the boobs back in because they're falling out.
Henna's just going to put her boobs back in. So we're going to go in a pigeon pose, all three of us side by side because it's pretty. Good. We're dropping into our pigeon pose. Fantastic. We're going to hold here, push back through our pigeons. We're taking our hand to our same butt cheek. We're going to push that butt and that hip down. We're going to arch through the body and lean back. Henna's got a much better back arch than me, so you can't even see her face anymore. It's just boobs. And now we're going to dive forward. So we're just going through our little Jessie J flashlight flow right now. So you can start in your forearms, keeping your shoulders up. Ideally, you want to get your chest down between the body and really sink into it. And you can take arms through and have a cute little balance pose right through here where you're like, yay! Rest on. It's like, you know, a little love fest moment. You can take your arms wide and just sink the chest in. So we're sitting here doing a nice little forearm rest. We're just going to hold. There's a really good stretch across your glutes. So it's going to do the outside of the glutes, the underside where it connects to the hamstring, the upper back of the hip where you get a lot of pain with sciatica and things like that, the outside of the hip, and then also the outside of the hip on the back leg. So it's a really good one. If you feel like you have shoulder pain, it could be something to do with your hips more so than anything. Any of the mid to low back pain can be to do with your hips being out. By no means am I a medical professional on this. This is just from my own experience that when I stretch out my hips, I lose a lot of my back pain. And the muscles are all interconnected. So when something's tight down through the hips, it can send pain up through the back. Good. Now, we're going to push back up through our bodies. We're going to put our bent knee hand in front as we reach back and try and bring our foot as close as we can. Now, you can bring your foot down to your butt. You can then bring your toes into your shoulders, or you can rest your toes into your head. And we just hold it. Henna's reaching over because she's practicing her needle scales, so May's back being needle scale stuff. So it's lots of fun. This is a really good stretch for the hamstring. I'm just going to come forward and turn sideways so you can see. So we're here and here, dropping back and pushing the body in. The more I push in, the more it's going to pull through the front of the quad, and then we're like, yeah, pull it in, push it, tuck it in, tuck it in. Our other tattooist has just walked in. Yay! So everyone's at work this morning, nice and early, and I believe, now for those of you globally, you might not know what feijoas are, but I believe Jim's just brought us in some more feijoas, and they are the most amazing fruit ever. They're a real New Zealand thing, and some people absolutely hate them, but we love them. Alright, now we're going to go to the other side. Dropping in, oh, feel that open up to the other hip. Sink into it, have some love, good. And then we're going to sink forward and just hold forward here first. Me and Hannah need to come back a little bit, otherwise we're not going to get the lovey hand thing going on between Danielle and Hannah. And that's always nice and cute. And Hannah's decided to move further away from me, so she's almost out of shot. There we go, I'll center back up.
You're the one moving, not me.
Oh, so it's all my fault now because I'm moving. Hannah's quite mouthy, so she always talks back and everything. It's totally okay, it's how we work. Danielle's nice and quiet.
You're about to say innocent.
No.
Say.
Nothing about Bluebell is innocent. Did you bring in? I'm just looking at Jim, our tattooist, who's also an amazing mural artist as well. I was about to say, did you bring in feijoas? Because I feel like we need to show the world what a feijoa is. Just in case you don't know what a feijoa is, they are amazing.
They are delicious.
The camera's right here in front of us.
Oh, I see.
Jim's gonna come in. Look, hi everybody. This is Jim or Jim Bowl Illustration, and look at the size of that feijoa. Delicious.
That's too good for camera to eat it.
And now we're going into our rolling down with our chest, and I'm going down with the forearm one, getting our nice little lovey-dovey moment. You're trying to get the chest to the floor, all the shoulders down, and really push. Sink into the movements and just relax. Such a good movement. This is a really good stretch to have. We also do a lot of talking. The reason I'm talking so very much is because Facebook keeps hating on the fact that we're using music. Hi Ivy, we can see you, hello. Yay, say hi everybody to Ivy. Hope you had a lovely birthday yesterday, Ivy. We missed you in class, but we saw that you got very, very spoiled by your lovely family. So for those that didn't know, Miss Ivy Faye is also one of our dancers. And we absolutely love her. She does a really good Harlequin, and yeah, she's pretty cool. So yes, there's a little shout out for you, Ivy. She also has a cool page you can go look at and does amazing little artworks. I was like, I'm trying to read your comments from long distance. Maybe Hannah's got better eyes than me, Ivy. No, we both ain't got it. We're going to respond to your comments later when we watch back the video and make sure we don't look too much like idiots. Now, sliding up, we're going to reach through and grab our feet. We do feel, though, that you enjoy this kind of banter that we have going on. It's not very professional. It's not slick. We're not in white walls, and it's not super professional. It's all about just being real people. So you can see that this is actually a real kind of thing that we're doing, and we seem approachable. It's not intentionally this way, it's just how we are. And yeah, you have probably heard some of our very inappropriate comments that we say and some of the inappropriate things that we have done in the past. But no one likes anyone being fake, so we're very we're very open.
Real as it gets.
It's real as it gets. Best quote of the day. Good. Now, we're going to roll that leg down. We're going to step into a beautiful little lunge position now. We're going to keep our knees, so we're coming up onto our knees. We're going to step into our lunge, and then we're going to sink through, pushing our butt down on the other leg. We want to keep that lunge, keeping the knees over the toes, Can you see our matching socks? Aren't they cute? And then we've got matching pants and matching tops. And the girls are wearing matching bras. Check it out. Oh, really? Danielle just does the discreet one. He just like, ah!
Not shy.
Not shy at all. Push it back, and we're going to sink back, straightening the leg and hold down. So we want to really stretch through that calf muscle. Try and bring your chin down to your knee. Hannah is much more flexible than me at the moment, which really sucks. Well, actually most of the time. I'm really, really, really tight at the moment. I'm even tighter than Bluebell. So Bluebell's like here, I'm up here, and Hannah's just like, well, we won't even look at Hannah. She's on the floor. Slide it back and we'll go to the other side. So the song we're currently stretching to is the Sweet Life Society, St. James Infirmary. It's an amazing little song, very jazzy, very cool, and it's just, yeah, a really good song just to kind of do a nice, floaty, stretch cool down. I think we might have a Gypsy Kelly in the room as well, so that would be amazing.
Hi.
If you're there. I think that's the one I see. Yes, it is. Good morning, Gypsy. So she's another one of our amazing New Zealand pole dancers who is just beautiful and stunning to watch. And I believe she may have posted her Facebook page in the group at some point. If she hasn't, she really should. Because, yeah, she's a really amazing dancer to watch. Good, and then we're going to push back and sink into it. Oh, that sounds a bit nicer. A bit shaky, but nicer. Hannah's not on the floor. Ha ha ha!
That is painful.
Ha ha! It's painful for her.
Ooh, that stings.
Oh.
Smile through it.
Yeah.
Good.
We push through the pain. Yay. Push through, push through. Now, we're going to slide back. The girls are going to sit with their legs forward. I'm going to turn around with my back to you. We're extending our legs, and we're going to reach our arms behind, and then we're going to slide our butts down, sinking into the shoulders. Don't worry about Hannah. Hannah's like on the floor. I know, right? Just push it down. It's fine. Breathe. Breathe. Danielle can do the little push down too.
Ow.
Actually, if you guys want, you can both put a leg on my shoulder. You know, sink back. Oh, there we go. Yes! Ooh! Ooh! No, that's good.
Like, too much.
Too much, too much. Slide it up. Coming back round. We're going to tuck our knees to our chest, flex our toes up, hold on the underside, on the outside, and then we're going to push forward, keeping our feet flexed. We're going to try and push our backs through our shoulders. So we're trying to get our chest back through our shoulder, dropping our head down. So I'm going to shuffle back so Hannah can go into the straddle, where she takes her hands on the inside and spreads her legs wide. I might come forward actually so she can go behind me, so you're not getting too much of a crotch shot. There we go. And there's Hannah down, and we're trying to aim through. So this is a great one. I don't know if Kapi's watching at the moment, but Kapi does this stretch here, and it's all about rolling through the hips. So we're getting the hips down and pushing through, trying to get the chest flat. Working through as a base process of it, we're going to spread Danielle ever so slightly. She's going to twist in, and then she's just going to try and hold down through there. So we progress from the mid to the advanced. And we start here, pushing through the body. Now in really mean, and we're going to make Bluebell point her feet down to the floor. Fantastic. So you can kind of see the form that we've got here, the beautiful form back here. And I'm just kind of sitting here, not really doing it. So I'm going to do a little bit of it. And then rolling up. Fantastic. Well, thank you all very much, everybody. And we are done. Thank you.